dilation is a change in size. So it's the same shape, but it's either bigger or smaller. So this is an example of an enlargement because we went from this original shape, PQR, to PQR prime, this bigger version of the shape. The way we can recognize a dilated shape is that the new shape looks exactly like the old one, but it is scaled by a factor. That is called the scale factor, which means it was multiplied to make it some number of times as big or small. So one way to do this is to use the side lengths. So this shape is too long, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long. And the way we find the scale factor is new divided by old. So we would do 6 divided by 2, and we get a scale factor of 3. The other way to do this is to use the point itself. So this point, the new point, is at 9, 3. And the original point Q, was at 3, 1. And see how it's still just times 3? 3 times 3 gives me 9. 1 times 3 gives me 3. So that's how we ended up with that new shape, the new point. And that's how we find the scale factor. So if we are trying to scale something, let's say we want to scale this shape here. By a factor of 1/3. Now, don't let the fraction scare you. That just means divided by 3. Remember, my numerator, this is a multiplier, and my denominator is a divisor. So that's all this means is I'm going to take the 1 and I'm going to multiply it times 1/3, which means times 1 and divided by 3. And that gives me 1/3 on the x-axis. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the 6. 6 times 1 divided by 3. 6 times 1 is 6, divided by 3 gives me 2. So this point would be at 1/3 and 2. So that's this new point. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing with this point at 9, 3. So 9 times 1/3 is going to give me 3. And then 3 times 1/3 is going to give me 1. So this point is going to be at 3, 1. And then my last point, which is at 1, 3, so 1 times 1/3 is just 1/3. And 3 times 1/3, again, is just 1. Because again, times 1/3, when you really think about it, is just divided by 3. And there's my new shape. See, it's still that right triangle, if I can draw that better. It is just a scaled version of it. And so this is a reduction. Okay, and if I have a shape like this, and again, I want to find the scale factor, notice, so we have to decide what's my preimage and what's my other image. So this is my preimage, because that's my before, that's my after, and we do new divided by old. So in this case, my new shape is 1, 2, 3 long, and my old shape was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 over 6. And 3 over 6 simplifies to 1/2 if I divide both of those by 3. So this is a scale factor of 1/2, which makes sense because this is, again, a reduction. This shape is getting smaller. So this was going from a bigger shape to a smaller one, so I use a fraction. This one was going from a smaller one to a bigger one, so this was a whole number.